Angel Studios. The plucky little Mormon-founded movie house that built its entire brand on being the anti-Hollywood hero for conservative Christians just spent the last few weeks torching every ounce of goodwill they had left by doubling down harder than a drunk uncle at a wedding on their distribution of the new Andy Serkis Animal Farm adaptation.
Good luck with that.
For years, Angel positioned itself as a safe haven, the studio that actually listened to its audience directly through the Angel Guild, that crowd-funded values voting system where paying subscribers got to screen and approve projects before they even went anywhere. In summer of 2023, they went and hit the jackpot with Sound of Freedom, a gritty, unapologetic film about child trafficking that resonated with millions of normal people across the West totally sick of Hollywood's grooming agenda. Churches busting audiences, conservative influencers praised it. It became their calling card. We make movies that Hollywood won't touch. Lol, fast forward to 2026, and they're now proudly distributing a glittery, fart-filled, family-friendly reimagining of George Orwell's Animal Farm that flips the entire central message on its head. Orwell wrote a razor-sharp satire about the horrors of Soviet communism. The pigs become the new tyrants, the revolution devours its own, and of course, the famous line that all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Hey, that's fucked up.
It's anti-totalitarian, anti-Stalinist, anti-collectivist through and through. This version though? Well, this shit turns the pigs into evil billionaire capitalists. I mean, one even drives a friggin' Cybertruck, and the whole thing parodies Elon Musk's mum because reasons, and ends with some vague helping each other because we choose to kumbaya nonsense that feels like it was focus grouped by Berkeley Gender Studies Department.
How dare you!
Oh, and the friggin' cherry on top? Napoleon, voiced by far-left activist Seth Rogen, lets rip a massive fart and proudly declares,
"This is the sound of freedom."
Yep, they literally shat on their own biggest hit in the trailer.
You what, mate?
Look, this is ideologically subversive crap hiding behind a CG kid-friendly filter. The self-proclaimed socialist director and far-left activist writers openly talk about updating it to be, quote, relevant for modern audiences. Oh dear, now where have we heard that before?
The message.
I mean, there surely should have been warning signs when the cast is stacked with Hollywood names who wouldn't touch a real conservative project with a 10-foot pole. Yet Angel Studios, supposedly the Christian bulwark, bought the distribution rights, marketed and apparently lied through their frigging teeth to the guild as, quote, family-friendly values entertainment, and then had a shocked Pikachu face when their own base lost their frigging minds. But here's where it gets nuclear. Even their own subscribers and guild members are tapping out in anguish.
Fuck.
The backlash isn't just coming from random Twitter edgelords, it's coming from the exact Christian conservative families who made them successful. Multiple guild members have publicly said that they never saw the full film before voting, or that they were only asked if they wanted an Animal Farm movie made at all, but not remotely this BS subversive version. I mean, Twitter alone is full of ex-guild members cancelling their subscriptions and calling it a betrayal. I mean, look at this response from one former supporter in that viral thread. Fans pointed out that Angel didn't just distribute it, they actively promoted it, gaslit their audience, attacked critics, and even tried to pay off influencers to totally lie and say it keeps the original message. And that post nails it. Nobody would have batted an eyelid if this had come from a normal Hollywood studio. It would have come and gone with a dismissive eye roll, with nobody having expected anything less. But it's the fact that Angel Studios, the self-proclaimed defender of traditional values, is the one pushing all this that truly makes it feel like a knife in the back.
You suck.
And well, that's the real killer here. If Angel had just taken the L, admitted they bought the distribution rights without fully clocking how badly it subverted the source material, apologised to their base and moved on, most people would have just forgiven them. Mistakes happen after all. But instead they doubled down, and presumably because of some cost fallacy.
Not a great plan.
And as if the PR wasn't already bad enough, they even went and released offensive satirical videos mocking concerned fans, parroted mainstream media talking points about incomplete information, and kept insisting that the guild had approved it, whilst evidence mounts that many guild members actually feel like they were misled. I mean, the bosses even tried paying influencers to bleed and shill for it.
Yeah, I like money though.
Wonga!
Even political and media commentator Tim Pool, aka the millionaire leftist who friggin' loves a beanie, has himself been super supportive of Angel in the past and even raised 20 grand for him live on stream, all to promote Sound of Freedom and give to Tim Ballard's anti-trafficking charity. Well, he was apparently offered a substantial 5-figure sponsorship deal to promote the film on Timcast. But bro just watched the whole thing, then publicly rejected the money outright. He called it shockingly offensive, pro-communism and anti-capitalism, merely a critique of capitalism from beginning to end. He said he was so disgusted that he felt he had to speak out, even though it cost him some serious cash.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Now contrast that with influencers like Older Millennial and Riley Gaines, who apparently took the promo money and ran with it without watching it. Or at least without being honest about what they were sending. I mean, the grift was exposed in real time. Though I do cut Riley some slack, given how she recently revealed her family is dealing with money problems right now over their child's extortionate hospital bills, but still, it's not a good look. But I digress. Folks, this is exactly how you tank a brand built on trust. You don't just make one bad call, you lie to your audience, attack the people calling you out, and then act like the real problem is that your conservative Christian base is actually too rigid to appreciate nuance. That's not a misstep. That's selling your soul in real time. Either Angel got compromised after going public, or they were simply always grifters who saw the conservative Christian market as a profitable niche, at least until the money got bigger elsewhere. But either way, the mask is now well and truly off. And now the question everyone's asking, is there any way back for the studio? Short answer? Well, probably not. Once you betray your core audience this blatantly and then spend weeks gaslighting them instead of apologising, the trust is just gone. Subscriptions are hemorrhaging, word of mouth is poison, and ultimately, the film they died on the vine for is failing bigly at the box office. Yep, the very people queued up in the sweltering summer heat for Sound of Freedom now feel like they've been played worse than whichever baby mama is next in line to screw over Elon this month. You simply can't rebuild all that overnight. Speaking of which, other studios could probably learn a thing or two from this whole debacle. Specifically Netflix and their upcoming Narnia adaptation from Greta Gerwig. Yes, the insufferable Barbie director and proud femtard. I mean, they've already dropped the Chronicles from the title and started talking about, quote, our own take. One producer literally said it's based on the books, whilst making it crystal clear that they're not doing a faithful adaptation. But given it's Netflix, I highly doubt they'll pay attention to this whole avoidable mess.
They never learn.
I mean, the same bloody pattern is already forming. Take a beloved Christian classic, sand off the sharp edges, inject modern day politics into it, and brainwash all the kids who never read the originals. I sense even this is about to get the full Animal Farm treatment. Alternate moral system, subversive messaging, the works. The goal is obvious. Rewrite the cultural canon for people who never read the source material. Turn anti-totalitarian warnings into anti-capitalist sermons. Turn Christian allegory into rainbow-affirming therapy sessions. And studios like Angel are supposed to be the resistance to all this. Yet instead they're holding the bloody door open.
What a joke.
Look, if Angel wants any future at all, they need to do the one thing that they've refused to do so far. Admit they screwed up royally, apologise without caveats, and get back to making movies that actually align with the values their audience thought they were paying for. Stop attacking your own people. Stop chasing Hollywood clout. Stop pretending that a pig farting and calling it the Sound of Freedom is just harmless fun, and not an intentional middle finger to your own form of work made by literal socialists who hate everything you stand for. Because right now, the brand is goddamn radioactive, and if these twonks don't course correct fast, there won't be an Angel Studios left to save. But then, maybe that's what these left-aligned groups and activists always wanted in the first place.